Dear students, I am Deepak Ji, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Pavagala. Dear students, now principles and practice of auditing subjectly audit of different organization ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. So an auditor has to perform his duties as per the nature of business as well as the different forms of business organization. Whether it is a sole trading concern, partnership firm, cooperative society, insurance company, banking company, joint stock company, as per the different forms of business organization, he has to do his audit work. Now, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್, what is partnership firm? According to Indian Partnership Act of 1932, defines partnership as the relation between two or more persons who have agreed to share profit of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 2 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 2 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 2 or more persons ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು who have agreed to share profit of business. They have formed a business to share the profit or loss of the business carried on by all. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ 6 ಜನನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ನಡೆಸಬಹುದು. ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್. 6 ಜನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ 4 ಜನ ಬರೀ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನಿಬ್ರು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್. 6 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ acting for all. Therefore, they will share the profit as per the agreed ratio. This is what partnership meaning. Agar a partnership anta bandaga, the relationship between 2 or more persons who have agreed to share profit of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for. As per Indian Partnership Act of 1932, there is no compulsion for the partnership firm to get their accounts audited. Compulsory illa. For every joint stock company, it is compulsory to get their accounts audited at the end of the year. But for the partnership firm, there is no compulsion. It all depends upon the partnership deed mele hogutte. Hagagi, although no compulsory audit is provided by the Indian Partnership Act 1932, but in practice, most of the partnership firms get their accounts audited. But majority of the partnership firms, they will get their accounts audited because of the safety measures ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ business whether what capital has been contributed, it has been efficiently utilized in the business or not, how much of profit we have been earning. If they get the accounts audited, all the partners will have a trust on each other. Therefore, they will get their accounts audited. But there is no compulsion as per the Indian Partnership Act of 1932. But as per the Income Tax Act of 1961, ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, tax audit of partnership firm is mandatory if the turnover or gross receipt exceeds 1 crore in case of business. Income Tax Act ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, if the turnover exceeds 1 crore in case of business and 25 lakh in case of profession. Profession ಇದ್ರೆ 25 lakhs exceed ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾರೆ 1 crore exceed ಆಗಬೇಕು. In that situation, it become mandatory for the partnership firm to get their accounts audited. Therefore, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ majority, it is highly recommended that every partnership firm should go for audit of his accounts. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ majority of partnership firm will get their accounts audited. However, what an auditor will perform his duties in partnership firm. ಏನೇನು ಅದನ್ನ duties? Number one, the auditor should get definite instruction in writing as to work to be performed by him. If in his letter of appointment no instructions are given, then he should write to his employees as to the work he is expected to do. Because partnership formally compulsory accounts audited. Therefore, partnership act does not define the duties of auditor. In case of joint stock company, all the duties, powers, liabilities all have been mentioned in the company act. But in partnership formally compulsory if the partnership firm will appoint an auditor to get their accounts audited, the auditor should get definite instructions in writing as to work to be performed by him. Auditor ಆದವರು letter of appointment ತಗೊಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, and he should also receive about the instruction in writing what kind of audit he has to do, how much audit he has to perform, what he is expected to do. ಅಂತಕ್ಕದನ್ನ the first clear cut instruction he has to make a clear instruction from the partners. Hagagi before starting of audit work, he should get letter of appointment with clear instruction about the nature of audit work he has to do. That is first duty. Next, sometimes the auditor is asked to prepare income tax returns on behalf of the firm. Sometimes partners ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, IT returns ಕೂಡ ನೀವೇ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, he will also has his duty to prepare and returns income tax file on behalf of the partnership firm. Next, in that case, the auditor should report on the account of the firm as prescribed by the Central Board of Revenue. He should also report about the accounts of the firm as per Central Board of Revenue. Then what next duty of an auditor? According to Central Board of Revenue, auditor should mention the following factors in his audit report. Number one, in what capacity did he work? Andre avana circumstances, parameters, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ auditing ಅಲ್ಲಿ, whether the records of the concern appear to be correct and reliable, what partnership firm maintain the books of account that appear to be correct and reliable, authenticate ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ, he has to report. Whether he was able to obtain all the information and explanation necessary for the work entrusted to him. That means during the course of audit work, an auditor will come across several queries. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ queries auditor ಇರುತ್ತೆ. In such a situation, auditor will ask from the partners or from the accountant that ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಓದ್ಸಲಿ ರೀತಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ, so that he can have a query. A query ge a partnership firm the employees of the partner, they has to give an explanation so that the audit report contains whether the auditor has obtained all the information and explanation necessary for the work. ಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ information and explanation ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಅದ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Next, whether any restriction was imposed upon him to carry out the work, or restriction should hinder in forming an opinion, and whether the accounts give a true and fair picture of the state of affairs of the company. Sometimes while doing audit work, partners may have restrict to some work. Other restrictions ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹಾಕಿದಾರ, ಆತನ ಆಡಿಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಆಡಿಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Whether there is any hurdles in doing audit work, whether there is any restriction during the course of audit work, all has to be mentioned in the audit report. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ, ದ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಡಿಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಏನು? auditor should carefully read the partnership agreement. Yes, this is most important because what partnership agreement has been there, because there is no compulsion about the partnership agreement. Partnership agreement compulsory ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ. there is no compulsion for the partners to get the partnership deed, but majority of the partners will have a partnership deed. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ he has to follow. Number one, nature of the business form. That is whether it is a nature of technical, not technical, manufacturing, trading, ಯಾವ ತರದ business he has to know. Then amount of capital contributed by each partner. If for example 5-6 partners idare andre how much of capital contributed by each partner ಎಷ್ಟು contribute ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Next, interest, if any, paid in respect of additional capital. In case additional capital has been contributed by the partner to the partnership firm, how much of interest has been paying. Then duration of partnership, for how many years the partnership will run. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years duration. Next, extent of drawings allowed to individual partners. Drawings ಏನು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, that is cash or goods withdrawn by the proprietor or partners from his business for his personal use. ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. It also has to mention the partnership deed. Then salary, commission, etc. payable to individual partners. Sometimes in the partnership firm, salary will be payable to the partners, commission will be payable to the partners. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಡೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಆತ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. he has to observe all these points. Then borrowing powers of the firm, how much the firm will borrow from outside institutions, financial institutions or banks. Then accounting year of the firm, accounting year from 1st April or 1st January, ಯಾವ್ದು accounting year ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Rights and duties of the firm and even the partner, what are the rights and duties. Then methods of valuation of goodwill. Sometimes in the partnership firm, goodwill is to be valued at the time of admission of a new partner, retirement of a partner, or even a death of a partner. Situationally, which method the partnership firm will follow for the valuation of goodwill. ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ಸೂಪರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ದೆನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ between the partner at the time of death, retirement and admission. If the partner admitted in a partnership firm or if the partner retired from the partnership firm, how the settlement of accounts will be made. That is all mentioned in the partnership agreement. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಆದರೂ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, profit sharing ratio. In what ratio the partners will share the profit and losses of the firm. In case if there is an agreement, that is in the partnership agreement, they clearly mention in what ratio they has to share the profit and losses. For example, in case 3 jana partners idare andre maybe 5:3:2, 3:2:1, according to the capital contributed by the partners, they will share the profit and losses. Therefore, in the partnership deed, they will also mention the profit sharing ratio also. Then next, books of account maintained by the firm. How many books of accounts are maintained? That is also mentioned in the partnership deed. Therefore, an auditor should have to look after the partnership deed. ಏನೇನು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, if there is any doubt with regard to the interpretation of any clause in the partnership deed, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಡೀಡ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ with regard to any clause, the auditor, with the permission of its client, should consult the solicitor or the pleader who drafted the agreement. So, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಯಾರಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಈ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ದ ಸಾಲಿಸಿಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಡರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಹೂ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಯಾರು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂತು, ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ, ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ should ask the solicitor who drafted the agreement ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. That is also auditor's duty. Next, if the partners keep any minutes book, the auditor should refer it for any resolution passed regarding the accounts. ಅಗೇನ್ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. It is a minute book. In case the minute book has been maintained in the partnership firm, auditor should examine the minute book. ಏನೇನು ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಡೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, an auditor should study the system of internal check in operation to know the system. Again, internal check system, whether it is efficiently implemented or not, you should examine and should check how it is. If the internal check system is operating efficiently, the work of an auditor become easy. Hagagi, you should also study the system of internal check in operation. Then, next, the auditor should also ask for the list of books of account maintained by the firm. How many number of books are maintained in the business? You should ask the list from the staff of the partnership firm. Then, the auditor should also check power and duties of the members of the staff and officials. Our powers and duties ಏನೇನಿದೆ, ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಏನು, ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, ವೋಚರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಅವ್ರ ಡ್ಯೂಟೀಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಅದು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Sometimes if the firm is registered, the auditor should see that all the requirements of the Partnership Act are carried out. If the firm is a registering firm, you should see the requirements of the Partnership Act. Partnership Act ಪ್ರಕಾರ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ, Partnership Act of 1932 ಪ್ರಕಾರ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ auditor should examine. That is also the duty of an auditor. The next, auditor should examine the contract entered into by the firm with the third parties. That is, in case of doing a business, if the contract is entered with the third parties, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಏರ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಆತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Then if the firm has a branch either in the country or in the foreign country, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇದ್ರೆ either within the country or in the foreign country, ಆಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ he should inquire from his client whether he should visit the branches to check the account. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ whether he can visit the branches or not. If they are supposed to visit the branches, auditor should visit the branches. ಅವನ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Therefore, if the client permits to visit the branches, he should visit and inquire the books of account. ಜೊತೆಗೆ inquire from his client whether he should accept the returns duly filed by the branch manager or the local auditor if any. ಆ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಆಡಿಟ್, ಲೋಕಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Then last, a written report should be submitted with the auditors at the end. Foreign branches ಅಥವಾ inside the country branches ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಆದವನು ಆಡಿಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್